Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's, my friends, we're going through 10 skins becoming rare in Fortnite Season 9. Now, these are skins that I think aren't going to return this season and are going to continue to become rare, over the next couple of seasons. These are going to be some of the rarest skins in the game. Whether, they're related to an event, and I don't think we're going to see these return until the event does come back, or if the event even does come back. And then some of the other skins as well are just skins that randomly haven't appeared in the item shop for over 100 days now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and begin this video. Actually, I'm doing a video probably in the upcoming days talking about some of the most try-hard skins in Season 9. So if you guys want to tell me in the comment section below, what skins in-game have you guys been coming up across that have been really try-hard this season? I have some personal ones myself, but I want to hear what you guys have to say as well, so make sure you do drop that in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and chuck on the notification bell. And also, of course, use supporter creator code CosmosFTW inside the item shop. But without waiting longer, let's go ahead and begin without waiting any longer. Alright lads, beginning the list in the number 10 spot, this is a skin that, I'm pretty confident that it's gonna stay rare, because this skin is a Valentine's Day special. Now, this is a skin that is called the Heartbreaker. It's only ever released on Valentine's Day. So it was in the item shop on the 14th and the 15th of February, of course, on Valentine's Day there. And, we haven't seen it since. It's only been about 94 days since we did last actually go ahead and see this skin in the item shop. However, I think, going on the future, this skin is going to go ahead and become a really rare skin. It's not the best looking skin, and I don't think many people bought it. I'm sure there's a couple of you guys out there that did buy this Heartbreaker skin. However, I think, mostly talking, we don't really have, many people that brought this. So I think it's going to become pretty rare in the future. I'm not sure what you guys think, and I don't think we're going to see it releasing anytime soon in the item shop. Right, next up, I've actually got the diecast skin. Now, the diecast skin is, of course, like the male counterpart to the chromium skin. And, this diecast skin, unlike the chromium skin, is actually really rare. It's been 181 days since we last saw this. I try to get, skins on these lists that, you guys probably don't really know that are rare and stuff. So, I think this diecast skin definitely is becoming rare. I'm not sure, as with any of these skins on this list, they could literally come back and Fortnite could just be like, you know what, screw you, Cosmos. I'm releasing this, tomorrow in the item shop. It could come out in tomorrow's item shop, but, this skin hasn't released in a while, and, I think it might stay that way. We might not see it for a while, or, Fortnite could just screw me over, and then it could be back in the item shop tomorrow. But at the moment, this diecast skin is definitely becoming rare. Of course, it's been 181 days since we last saw this skin in the item shop. Absolutely crazy. I had no idea that this was rare until today, and I don't think it's been on any of my other lists before. Alright, coming in at the number 8 spot is actually going to be the Absolute Zero skin. Now, the Absolute Zero skin is something that, this skin, I'm pretty sure a while back, it's been in the shop, ever since the first time it released was January 7th, 2018. It's been coming out, quite often. However, there's been a bit of a gap. It's been about 109 days since we last saw this skin in the item shop. It's, in that category where it's starting to become rare now. And, it usually releases fairly often in the item shop, but for some reason, it hasn't released in there for a while. Just like I said, this skin could, just re-release, but I have a feeling that, this one might stay rare for at least a fair while longer. But, I think eventually this will come back in the item shop, as it isn't really exclusive to an event or anything. But I think, the Absolute Zero is a skin that is starting to become rare. It's been a while since we've seen it. I would say in between, becoming rare is in between 100 and 200 days since a skin last release. I think when it's been more than 200 days since its last release, I would classify it as a rare skin. This one's in that category where it's between 100 and 200 days, and it's definitely on its way to becoming rare. And, if we don't see it for another 100 days, it could be one of the rarest skins in the game. Alright, coming up next, we've actually got the Toxic Trooper and the Hazard Agent. Now, the Toxic Trooper, it's a little bit more rare than the Hazard Agent. The Hazard Agent hasn't released for 109 days. The Toxic Trooper, however, hasn't released for about 124 days. So, a little bit of a difference there. However, I think they're both in that category where they're both starting to become rare. These skins, I haven't seen them in the item shop for quite a while. Usually, I think, they're not going to be rare or whatever. They're pretty common skins, but, we haven't seen this in the item shop for quite a while now, so I'm not sure what Fortnite are doing. I'm not sure. Maybe they weren't getting enough sales for this skin. Not many people were buying it, so they're like, you know what, let's just keep this out of the item shop for a while, make it a little bit rare, get some hype up around it, then we'll re-release it and make more money off it. I don't know what they're doing, but, that seems like the thing that they seem to be doing with the Toxic Trooper here, and also the Hazard Agent, but we haven't seen them in the item shop shop in a while. Wouldn't be surprised if, you know, one of these just appear in the daily items maybe tomorrow or next week or next month or sometime soon, and maybe one of them will continue to stay rare. I don't know, we'll have to see as time continues on, but that is that in that spot right there with the Hazard Agent and the Toxic Trooper. All right, the number 6 spot is another skin that I'm sure I'm going to surprise you guys with this. This is actually the Brilliant Striker. I'm not sure about the male counterpart to this skin. I think it's, you know, still a little bit rare, but I don't think it is as rare as this Brilliant Striker. Now, it's been about 152 days. December 19th, 2018 was the last time we went ahead and saw the Brilliant Striker in the item shop. It's something that, you know, not many people buy. I don't really know anyone that has this skin, anyone that uses it at all. I never see it at all. And, you know, it is definitely starting to become rare. I'm hoping that this one surprised you, because it definitely surprised me, because I had no idea that this was rare. And, you know, 150 days is quite a while. Usually skins released in the item shop about every 50 days. That's like the average, I guess, on when skins come back in the item shop. But, you know, this is 3 times the amount as that, so that's absolutely crazy. The Brilliant Striker, you know, another skin definitely becoming rare. It'll be interesting to look back on this video at the end of the season to see if these skins have re-released. I'm sure maybe like 7 out of the 10 of these skins are going to re-release when we look back at the end of the season. However, I think there's going to be those 3 skins that don't re-release, and they're going to be some of the rarest skins in the game. And, you know, the Brilliant Striker could definitely be one of them, and it's there in the number 6 spot on the list. All right, we're halfway through the list now in the number 5 spot. This time we have another one that I'm hoping will surprise you guys. This is actually the Shade skin. Now, the Shade is a skin, once again, it's a little bit under the radar. I don't really hear about this skin too much, you know. I'm not even sure the last time this was released in the item shop, like that I've noticed. But, you know, it's been 115 days. I honestly had no idea. But, you know, it's been 150 days since we last saw the Shade in the item shop. It's a 1,500 V-Bucks skin, something that no one really ever talks about the Shade. However, you know, it is definitely starting to become rare, and it's a skin that I can actually see becoming rare, you know, in Fortnite, keeping this away from the item shop. And I'm pretty sure it's the female version of the Maverick skin. The Maverick skin was starting to become rare a little while ago, but it did re-release. So maybe the same thing will happen with this Shade skin as well, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to wait and see as time goes on. But yeah, there it is in the number 5 spot right there. Next up, we have the Masked Fury skin. Now, this is the male counterpart to the Dynamo. The Dynamo, definitely one of the most tryhard skins in the game, I would say. And this is like the male counterpart to that, which I would think, you know, is a little bit tryhard as well. And, you know, this is actually a pretty rare skin. It's been 153 days since we last saw this. The Dynamo, however, you know, the Dynamo releases in the item shop pretty often. There was 11 days since we last saw that. And it comes in, it's already been in here like once in May, it was there once in April, twice, 3 times actually in March. So, you know, the Dynamo, not really a rare skin at all. But on the other hand, the Masked Fury definitely is starting to become rare. 153 days since we last saw this. It'll be interesting to see if this does stay rare. And usually, you know, with skins like this, we always have one of the counterparts, like one of the, either the female or male version that, you know, releases in the item shop fairly often. And for some reason, always the other counterpart is, you know, always seems to become rare. So I'm not sure why Fortnite do that, but, you know, this skin, the Masked Fury, it's definitely starting to become rare, and it's there in the number 4 spot. Alright, we're getting down to the business end of the list here, and this one is going to be a prediction for me. It's only been 29 days since we last saw this in the item shop. However, you know, I want to talk about this skin a little bit more. Now, the number 3 spot is the Pastel skin. This was a skin that actually released, it's only been in the item shop twice. It's been in the daily items twice, and it was actually as an Easter-themed skin. So, we saw it April 18th, 2019, and then we saw it April 21st. So, I believe April 18th, I think it was the Thursday, and then April 21st was the Easter Sunday, and we haven't seen it after then. I think Fortnite are going to keep this rare at least for a little while, maybe 100 days or something. I don't know, but, you know, I can see the skin definitely becoming rare, and maybe they'll go ahead and just be like, you know what, we're not releasing this till next Easter, and then it will really become a rare skin when we do see this next Easter, if we do see it next Easter even. And yeah, this is just my prediction. I guess this is like my wild card on the list, although it's not like the other skins where it hasn't released in like 150 days or whatever. It's only been 30 days, it's only been about a month, but, you know, I still think that this is going to become rare as time does go on. Alright, believe it or not, in the number 2 spot, we've got another, I think this is a Christmas themed skin. Like, I'm honestly not 100% sure. It's at least a winter themed skin. So we have the Sugar Plum in the number 2 spot. This is something that I think is going to become, you know, this is my prediction, it's going to become one of the rarest skins in the game. I cannot see this returning for a very, very long time. We've only ever seen the item shop for 2 days, December 30th and December 31st. So it didn't release on Christmas Day, which is why I'm thinking, you know, this skin probably isn't, you know, a Christmas skin, but it is like a winter themed skin, I guess. So It released towards the end of December there, but we haven't seen it since. It's been 140 days since we last saw this Sugar Plum skin, and, you know, I'll really miss out on this because I actually do like this skin. I'm a big fan of it, and, you know, I think, you know, definitely this one is starting to become rare. It'll be interesting to see, but, you know, if I'm going to predict anything out of this list, one skin that I definitely think is going to stay rare, I'd say the Sugar Plum, and also our last spot, which like the number 10 spot, which was the Heartbreaker. They're the two that I predict are going to be the most rare at this whole list. And, you know, the number 1 could also be up there as well, as also another one of the rarest. Alright, let's now the number 1 spot. This one actually surprised me. Maybe I'm just really dumb, but I didn't realize that this was only like a Christmas skin. But this is actually the Glimmer. Now, the Glimmer is a skin that I think is becoming rare, as I don't really know anyone that bought it. It kind of looks like that chick from, you know, Frozen, the Glimmer skin, and it's a 2,000 V-Bucks skin. I don't really know anyone that has this, and, you know, I'm pretty well sure that it's going to stay exclusive to Christmas, as we've only ever seen this in the item shop twice. That was the 25th and the 26th of December, were the only 2 times we saw this Glimmer skin in the item shop, so I'm sure it's going to stay rare. So, lads, that's going to conclude the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you smash the like button as well, subscribe to the channel, and also check on that notification bell. It's up to date with all my videos coming in the future of the channel. And also make sure to drop me some comments below. Tell me your guys' you know, most try-hard skins that you've been experiencing this season. But anyway, thank you all for coming out. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.